Welcome back to the program. Well, TWG Tea, one of the fastest growing luxury tea brands in the world, celebrates its 10th year this year. In a span of less than a decade, the Singapore-based company has seen its operations spread across 19 countries to include 69 tea salons around the world. I sat down with co-founder of TWG Tea, Maranda Barnes, and began by asking her what it took to transform a small enterprise into a global brand.
And I think when you run any sort of retail concept, you have to stay constantly on your toes. You have to innovate all the time. And I think that's one of the things that we love doing. We love innovating. We love blending new teas, launching new products, creating whimsical names, celebrating new seasons. So I think you really do need to constantly innovate and develop a platform that allows you to do that from the very beginning.
Now, based on your experience, and when you look at the overall SME scene here in Singapore, how easy or how challenging is it for a small SME to grow into a global brand?
I think Singapore is the best place to start a company. The government and the ambiance as a whole encourages entrepreneurship, and as well there's a great transparency, great governance, and the free trade agreements certainly help, especially when you're importing and exporting tea.
You know, many SMEs in Singapore say that managing cash flow or funding is one of the top challenges for them. Was that also the case for TWG, or were there other challenges?
Manpower, finding the right team members, because we want to deploy people from Singapore to travel overseas, to oversee our expansion, to assist our franchise partners and our subsidiaries. So developing a place where we can train these staff and keep them with us in the long term has been a major focus of the past 3 or 4 years.
Now, given the growing global growth in recent years, what's your assessment of the beverage market currently here in the region, and how do you see TWG's position in the market?
I think that we obviously are in the upper end of that market. We call ourselves an affordable luxury product because it's a product that you can purchase even with $10 or $15 in your pocket. You can still have a beautiful gift or a cup of tea. You can indulge yourself. And then we have products that are on the complete other end of the spectrum for that time when you want to really splurge or offer a really special gift. So it's very aspirational. It's a product that I think people enjoy to take their time to drink, and they really appreciate those moments, whereas other beverages, they might be, for example, coffee, it's for spur of the moment, it's running to the office, it's not to appreciate with a friend or as a private moment.
Of course, the millennials tend to visit cafes regularly, and they follow a cafe culture, right? I mean, how is TWG trying to attract them?
We wanted to help them understand that tea wasn't just a beverage that was a bit old-fashioned or something you did with your family or your parents. It was actually a very fashionable beverage. So we created collections of tea based around fashion and the seasons. We use very bright colors, very fanciful names and illustrations. We even have, pink tea tins, which really 10 years ago in the market were unheard of. There was always more classical colors used. And of course offering a tea time and the way that we have decorated our tea salons, they're very attractive to your Instagrammers and those people who want to come and have a fun tea experience with their friends.
The TWG recently embarked on the e-commerce strategy to reach a wider range of customers. How big a role do you expect e-commerce to play for TWG Tea in the future?
Consistency and excellence in every single touch point was one of the factors that drove us to kind of relaunch our digital platform to make sure that the digital platform was consistent with the experience you have in the store. So I felt it was going to be a very important place for customers to come, if only just to view our products before they come and purchase them in store, because we know in the luxury industry that lots of people like to view things online but actually go through that beautiful experience in the store. But apart from that, we actually now feel that we will be projecting about 15% of our Singapore retail sales will come through digital. So that is something that over the next 3 years we're working towards.
And what's in store for TWG in terms of its global expansion plan? Where do you see the most opportunities?
now we are really looking forward to June. We will be opening in Leicester Square in London, so that is a really huge opening for us. We've developed Asia, and now we're going back through North America, where we launched last year, to Europe, and it's a very exciting moment for us.